Hello, everybody. This is Kris, and I'm Jackie. Jackie, going to say hi?
Everyone.
We are very excited to be here as part of Allergy Save's Stress Less course and talk to you about essential oils. And Jackie and I go way back. We are both public speakers from way back, health coaches, a lot of experience in the health retreat industry from Jackie, who is also a nurse. And we both have kids on the spectrum, and we both manage special diets for our families and have done for many, many years. So we come to you with that breadth of experience from both being nutrition and health coaches, and both came together really around oils, which we started layering in to our clients about 6 years ago. We started layering in oils, didn't we? Because we were sort of working on the same premises with our the health side of things and the nutrition side of things, and the oils just took our clients to a whole new level. So it really did. So we are going to talk about that tonight, and we're going to do this in two parts. So what we're going to do first is I'm just going to quickly cover off what stress does to your body and why we can actually address those things, and why oils are so powerful in being able to address those concerns. And then Jackie is actually going to quickly take you through our top 10 oils, which we will show you how with just 10 oils you can multitask for the whole family, regardless of age, and get just sensational results all around. So that's how we're going to run it tonight. I know a lot of you are watching this on replay. If you do happen to be watching live and you have any questions, we're happy to answer those as well. Otherwise, enjoy this session and we will get into it now. So many of you watching this will have come through Allergy Save and through Sonia's work because you have children with food allergies, and many of you children with life-threatening food allergies. And so may I say, as just straight out of the gate, your cortisol levels, your stress levels are already extraordinarily high, because look, we know, like our kids didn't have life-threatening food allergies, but we knew enough about the effects of food on our kids' body that if they had a bit of food that they, shouldn't have had, then we, we didn't end up in hospital, but we ended up losing a month due to then, stomach problems and behavior problems and all the rest of it. So we know that you are on constant high. You are hovering. You are always hovering. You are always planning 10 steps ahead. What will there be? What if I can't get this? I better pack this to take with me. What, does that mum know this? Are they able to go to this party? What's going to happen on CAP? You know how it is. You know that story. And we know that you never rest. You never rest, because it's like tomorrow you got to get up and do all that stress again. So your cortisol levels are extremely high, and cortisol is your stress response hormone. It's not designed to be high all the time. Cortisol, it goes back to we call it the claw and fang jungle days, where if you were a zebra eating grass and you saw a lion, out of the corner of your eye, your body would be rushed with cortisol. That's your stress response, and it would tell you do something because there's danger. And then once that lion had gone away, your cortisol levels would drop and you go back to eating your grass. But what happens when you're dealing with something like this, and kids with chronic illnesses and the food allergies, is your cortisol levels never go down. They never ever go down. They're always on constant high. So not only will you burn out your adrenals, hands up who's burnt out their adrenals. We've been there. So I just wanted you to understand stress is a whole body response, what actually that raised cortisol does to your body. It interferes with sleep for a start, and we get in a massive, terrible cycle of stress causing sleep issues causing more stress. And again, I can put my hand on, I lived on sleeping tablets for 15 years. I medicated myself with wine to try and get myself to sleep before the sleeping pills took place, because there was no way my body could sleep, because I was on high alert. I had to be, there was danger in the jungle. So lack of sleep, what lack of sleep then does to our bodies is just awful. It's really bad for your weight. because it just raises the wrong hormones, which signal that you're hungry, and then you reach for things like sugar, which give you a little instant high, and then you come crashing down because you feel so bad, and then you reach for coffee and more stimulants, and then you get back into that cycle, and then you can't sleep, and then you're stressed about not sleeping. So it also, the stress and the sleep will actually really lower your immune system. And I probably missed a step back there saying you're already living with this high cortisol. Everyone's cortisol levels and whole layer of stress has just exacerbated, I don't know, 1,000,000% since we've been living in these times of COVID and lockdowns and homeschooling and uncertainty and job losses and mandates and all the rest of it. The stress levels are just, insane. So the last thing we need when we're living, in the middle of a pandemic and we need our immune system to be strong is to be depleting our immune system. Now, constantly raised cortisol will deplete your immune system. Lack of sleep will deplete your immune system. Sugar and bad foods will deplete your immune system. Okay, so then we go into, well, a lot of people with stress also have a whole lot of digestive problems. And again, Jackie and I do day-long, weekend-long retreats and masterclasses on this sort of stuff. So I'm trying to condense this into a very, very quick session for you, but just to understand the gut-brain connection. So sometimes that digestion is not because there's something wrong, with your digestive system. It's because the gut and the brain are actually connected by the vagus nerve, and what affects the brain affects the gut, and what affects the gut affects the brain. It's now been shown that there's actually similar nerve endings and pathways in the gut that there are in the brain. So the other thing too is more than 70% of our serotonin is made in the gut. Now, serotonin is our feel-good hormone. And so when your serotonin is good, you feel clear and you feel focused and you feel like, life's okay. Now, if your gut is damaged, and it doesn't matter if it's damaged by bad food or it's damaged by stress and just a constant assault, you're not going to be able to make enough serotonin to ever feel okay. And the other thing that happens is to actually sleep, we need melatonin, and melatonin is made when it's converted from serotonin. So then we don't get enough melatonin to sleep because we can't make any because it's in our gut, and our gut's damaged because we're stressed, and around and around and around and around we go. So when people talk about stress, it's not actually just feeling, overwhelmed and what am I going to do? There's just so much more that going on in your body that can be really, really detrimental. So that's why it's really great that Sonia's putting this course together to cover off all these areas of stress, because it just underlies so many different things. So when you understand that could be underpinning another 6 or 7 issues going on, then you understand how crucial it is to get a handle on it. Now, there's lots of things we can do, to manage our stress. You can't take away the food allergies straight away, obviously, but we can do things like exercise is known to, reduce stress. It's known to help you sleep better and to boost your immune system. Again, when you're caught in that horrible cycle of not sleeping and not feeling good, the last thing you feel like doing is exercise. Vitamin D, which is made from being out in the sun. Again, studies show crucial for immune system, for sleep, for everything, for mood, for depression. It's crucial. And that's why it's so crucial that your body can actually make it yourself. Now, probably all of you, I think all of Australia is vitamin D deficient. So actually being out in the sun for 20 minutes might not be enough. You may need to take a supplement as well to at least get your body going, but vitamin D would be crucial. Meditation. If you're anything like me, I love the idea of meditation. There's no way I can just turn my brain off though, but I do now because I've seen the benefit. I make time every day and I use a guided meditation. I just use an app so I can listen to someone's voice to guide me to relax because I can't actually relax on my own. But the boosting energy that gives me and you can almost feel it, and you almost feel everything just go when your breath is right, and you're calming your nervous system through the meditation and the breathing. And then the last thing is oils. And talk about saving the best to last, because our oils can address all of this. We can use our oils to help with digestion. We can use our oils to help with sleep. We can use our oils to relax our nervous system. We can use specific oils for calming. We can use combinations of oils. So not only can we actually address the symptoms with oils, but we can actually address what's going on in the cellular level with oils. So I'm going to hand over to Jackie now to do the oil part of the presentation for you, and hopefully that set the scene for you, just to show where oils fit into this overall well-being for mind and body.
Thanks, Kris, so much. And thank you, Sonia, for allowing us to present for you. Goodness me, oils. Just a little backstory for myself and my family with oils. Kris has already mentioned that we have a child on the ASD spectrum, sleeplessness, high anxiety. I, like Kris, was using many things to calm my brain, calm the cortisol, to get some sleep, not deep sleep, chronically sleep deprived. Spent most of my nursing career hooked to a pager 24/7, whether I was on duty or not, and night duty throughout my training and my junior registered nursing years on the ward. So never been able to sleep well. Frankincense and lavender came into our lives, and we were at wit's end, and we just needed a good night's sleep. The quality of and we're talking tonight about doTERRA essential oils. The quality of these oils was so specific that within 24 hours, we had a child who was highly anxious, going to bed late, falling asleep with melatonin, and then waking up extremely anxious. He actually woke up not feeling anxious and feeling calm and feeling communicative. And that was the power of just 2 simple oils for him. And that was just simply massaging the oils down his spine prior to bed. And whatever was left over on my hands, I would rub on my face, and I would breathe that in. And I found that I was sleeping better. For the first time in forever, I was actually sleeping deeply. And the effects of these oils were so profound in the way that I was presenting myself. I obviously looked relaxed. We will talk about the cellular health component and the skin health. My assistant wanted to know what I was on, what I was doing, and if I had work done, because I visibly had changed my look and my persona because of these oils. And these oils simply addressed the stress, the high levels of cortisol in our life so quickly, with just a simple topical application and an inhalation. So we all know the power of aroma. We all know if we smell something that we don't like, how it makes us feel. We know that we might smell something and go, oh gosh, that reminds me instantly of grandma's apple pie. So we know the emotions, we know the memory, we know the heartfelt connection that aroma gives us. We also know the negative that some bad aromas and relations to experience gives us. And that is because we have direct connection through breathing, inhaling, and inhaling is simply taking the lid off your oil and breathing it in. So the power of a simple deep breath in with an aroma, we have our olfactory system, our olfactory nerves that actually directly connect to our emotive part of our brain, so our amygdala. And from there, we actually have the ability for these oils to not only affect our emotions and our memory, they also have the ability to reset from a hypothalamus down. So we have the ability to work with our neuroendocrine system as well as our emotional response and our emotional and central nervous system regulation. So this is the power simply. Now, inhalation, topical use, and our oils are, if they're a food or a herb, they are food grade as well. So we have the ability to use our oils as food grade. So these are the ways that we can simply incorporate our oils into our life. So simply using some peppermint in one of your favorite allergy-free chocolate brownie recipes has the ability to help with energy exchange. It has the ability to work with gut function. So the taking of the oils as food grade will work as specifically as it will through inhalation or topical use. And this is where it starts to multitask beautifully. So simply these oils are for busy families, busy parents who are stretched, who are time poor, who need something that is trusted and pure and exactly the same in every bottle that they pick up. If it's lavender, you want to know in the middle of the night that that lavender will work specifically the same way as it did 2 nights before. So what allows our oils to stand out is the purity and the potency. So every bottle is exactly the same in its strength, in its chemistry, and the way that it delivers and its efficiency. So let's look at stress. I talked about frankincense and lavender. So let's start with the cortisol lowering oils. Lavender, the most probably studied oil that we know. It is an antihistamine oil. It can be used very easily topically. It can be used as a food flavoring, and it is beautiful in a diffuser. It is specific for sleep, skin, and stress. So urticaria, for example, so itchy skin, rashes. It is a gentle oil. It's anti-inflammatory in its response, and it calms the skin. We have the luxury of our oils being TGA approved, so they're therapeutic in their application and use. We know that lavender specifically lowers cortisol, allows us to relaxes our central nervous system, and promotes sleep. Science will tell us that lavender is specific for helping our body produce and access its melatonin. So it helps us build that natural hormone that allows us to sleep. It is gentle. It is great for gut health. The simplest way to use it for our children is in a nighttime routine, massaging, or just on the soles of the feet, or simply in a diffuser. In the bathroom, a drop in a bath, a drop on the bottom of the shower. Just that simple application where someone can inhale the oil will make a difference very profoundly and very quickly to their state of calm. So it's a beautiful oil, gentle for children right through to the elderly. Now, when we use our oils, and particularly for anyone who is super sensitive, we always use a carrier oil. So I would advise you to use the carrier oil of your choice that you know that your family can use, because we know with food sensitivities, they often throw up flares up of skin. So we need to be able to use an oil that works well for your family. So simply a couple of squishes and 1 drop is all you need. We can simply take the lid off the oil and run our finger over the top of the orifice. This is called the orifice. And then at night, we can go to our children and ourselves. So 1, 2, 3. And that's all you need to do. So it literally, that's less than a drop on my finger. And on the back of my neck here, across myself, my daughter and my son, that will be enough to calm our stress levels, bring us back to balance. And this is what these oils do. They allow us to come back to homeostasis and body balance. Now, the next oil that works really specifically with cortisol, regulating our central nervous system, working with restlessness, working with calming ourselves to sleep, working with calming any anxiousness, is our frankincense. Again, a very, very gentle oil, great for young right through to elderly. This one here will be probably your cornerstone of use. It is an everyday oil, and one of its superpowers is it's a high antioxidant. It actually helps with ridding your body of free radicals. It's specific for cellular rejuvenation and best cellular health. So it kind of goes in and reorders, if I can say that. It's great for cognitive awareness. So when our children are feeling, we know with the gut-brain connection with food allergies, that we can actually, it dulls our focus, our brain fog. Our frankincense is really great for helping and waking that up. It allows us to recover our sleep debt. So if we go to sleep late, okay, we can use our frankincense, which actually gives us a couple of extra hours. So we kind of feel like when we wake up that we went to bed at 8 o'clock in the morning. If we had a rough night's sleep, we can use frankincense in the morning, and it actually gives us that feeling of an extra couple of hours as well. Frankincense and lavender for us mums, okay? For mums and dads and carers, we always need to put that oxygen mask on ourselves first. And we're notorious because we are in fight or flight, an emergency response at all times. It's not something that we are wired to do. Our oils they provide that stopgap, allows us to take us that deep breath. And so for a simple routine, for all of us, I would love a drop of frankincense, a drop of lavender in whatever our skincare regime is at night. As we are cleaning our teeth, we all do that on automatic pilot. Just a drop of Frankie, a drop of lavender in whatever you put on your face. Massage face, neck, shoulders, décolletage, really important. Down into your neck, into the lymphatics here, but we know this is where the vagus nerve runs. Okay, so we're helping to reset that fight or flight stress response. That simply will help you access deep restorative sleep, so you will wake up with some petrol in the tank. Really, really important. So they are these are the big ones, big guns for stress management, sleep, stress, and skin, both of them. Kris spoke about meditation, and she spoke about exercise. And with meditation, with our exercise, it allows us the ability to take a big, deep breath in of life. Really important that we are breathing deeply. Our breath work helps us reset our stress response, our fight or flight, takes us from fight or flight and puts us into our restorative, our calm access to our central nervous system. Now, Easy Air is the oil of choice here. Now, the oils here in Easy Air are wonderful for opening chests, allowing the breath of life in, for grief as well. They work beautifully for grief because, sometimes it's hard work. It is hard work. And again, because we are so on at all times, we often forget to stop and feel, and we forget to give ourselves permission that it's okay to just have a down day, or it's okay to shed some tears, or it's okay to scream in the car park when we've dropped our children off at school. That is okay. Easy Air allows us to move through that with ease and find our own resilience and our peace through that grief. I love Easy Air on my chest, again diluted with a squish or so of coconut oil as I am doing my meditation, my walk of a morning. It just calms me instantly. It is beautiful with lavender in a diffuser at night to access sleep and calming of the entire family. If there are any respiratory issues that are associated with the food allergies, Easy Air lavender, Easy Air and frankincense in a diffuser at night will help open and calm airways and just help with the ability to be able to breathe better. I love my Easy Air on my chest and on the soles of my feet. If I don't have a chance to exercise, I will just do some simple stretches for 5 minutes around the home, or the simple pose in yoga, legs up the wall. Easy Air on my chest, a dab of frankincense on my third eye, so right here. And then we're going to talk about ice blue in a minute, a drop of ice blue on the soles of my feet and legs up the wall. Put my headset on, listen to a 5-10 minute meditation. That is all you need, again, to reset your stress response from fight or flight to calm and restorative. So the oils allow you to access that deeper level of self-care with ease, because we do not have time to go to Pilates and then back it up with a yoga class, back it up with meditation, then lunch with girlfriends when we are juggling everything that we are. Okay. That is our Easy Air. Our next oil is, let's go with the blue ones, our Zengest. Now, our Zengest is a specific oil for digestive function. It is a warming hug to the tummy. Those oils calm and help reduce any inflammation. They help with any congestion. They help with lymphatics. They help with the ability to process and metabolize. It is an oil that is specific for motion sickness, bloating, any allergic responses. My daughter is a celiac, so when she has some gluten, it is her Zengest that she grabs straight away. Now, the beautiful multitasking of that oil is because it calms and relaxes very, very quickly. She knows how that makes her feel, and it makes her feel sleepy, calm, and relaxed, not only in her tummy, but in her mind. So that is her sleep oil. It is great for if you can't sleep at night, that monkey mind when too many tabs are open. Use your DigestZen. It reorders, it closes the tabs. It's simply in a diffuser or just in a drop in tea. I love DigestZen. It is an oil that we can use in our cooking. So it is something that I put in my power balls for my children. It's amazing, just with some dates, with some coconuts, with some carobs, some Zengest, and using it that way to just help with metabolism, help with moving foods through any constipation, any sluggishness of the bowels. Zengest is really, really appropriate. Again, it's a very, very gentle oil, great for catarrh, not only in the stomach, but also if the food allergy response throws up sinus congestion. It is great for just a drop massaged around the belly button is enough to actually help break down any sinus congestion. Then we have our peppermint. Our peppermint is incredible for energy, for vitality, for a pick-me-up when we are feeling low. It is great for a buoyant heart. Any hot conditions, it cools down very specifically. Any very violent food reactions that you might find, that you're out and about and something happens specifically. I love my peppermint because it cools for those hot acute conditions. And then my Zengest I like for more stagnant, more cold conditions that need warmth and gentle moving on. If you need something really, really hard hitting in the moment, that's why I love my peppermint. Now, I was feeling, I am adrenally tired at the moment. I have literally used all my reserves, even though I know all of this. We are only human, and I still have special needs, and we're still juggling. Many of you were probably like Kris and I, juggling. We're that sandwich generation as well. So we're juggling we're juggling our parents as well. And I was just flat. And I have noticed I'm drinking more tea to get me through the day. And we know after 2 or 3 cups of caffeinated beverage, it goes from a nourishing tonic to a stressor to our central nervous system. So I grabbed my peppermint and I used that to pick my energy up. Very specific for us to look at our own self-care through peppermint. Peppermint is great for respiratory function, great for allergies, great for congestion. So certainly we can look at using these oils and in time maybe reducing any specific higher risk options that we are currently choosing for our children. We can look at the oils. The beautiful thing about every oil that we use, they are all anti-inflammatory in nature, and they specifically help calm that inflammatory load internally. They help externally do that as well by clearing the air around us, so simply diffusing. We can do that, but also we will be looking at removing the toxic load from our cleaning products and our personal care products. And I'm sure you all are already on that journey, but the oils just take that next step of empowerment in healthcare around the house and what we use in our house to the next level. So peppermint and lemon together are really great for that 3 p.m. pickup. For any chest complaints, they are specific for colds and flus, respiratory functions, focus, concentration. So they were in my diffuser this afternoon. Now our peppermint, lemon and lavender together are great for any sorts of allergic responses. Now I'm going to share my own personal story. I have a cat allergy, and at certain times of the year when my cat sheds like she is at the moment, give her a cuddle, I'm covered in hair, and for the next 2 hours, eyes, head, I'm a messy, dribbling response. I can take the lids off those 3 oils and simply just inhale them. It's simple, lids off. Okay. Inhale. Then, because they are food grade, I can take a drop each up onto my soft palate. Again, location. If we're using the oils topically, we look at the location of where the issue is. So if I put the oils on my soft palate here, that's a direct response to my sinus areas. And then I can breathe the oils in again, and I can topically put them, say again, around my belly button. And within a couple of minutes, I will find that that allergic response has lessened. So this is how we can use these oils in a way to lower, again, external toxic load. And that might be something that we can look at in food therapy, incorporating those oils for your families. Now let's get straight into lemon. Lemon is wonderful for a for antiseptic, antibacterial, antiviral. It is great as a cleanser, bench tops, oral health, chest health, focus, motivation. It's alkalizing. So for us, part of our stress response and high cortisol, we will find that our livers may be a little bit more sluggish, and our hormones may be a little bit more out of balance. Lemon addresses our liver function, which there will help our hormonal balance. Lemon specific for brain fog. So I would use our peppermint, our frankincense, and our lemon together in a diffuser for our children if we're finding that fuzziness and brain fog is an issue currently. Nothing brings me joy when I'm feeling flat than just cleaning my house. I just go into the bathroom, spray my mirrors with some lemon, some vinegar and water, and hello, within a couple of minutes I am laughing and happy and dancing, because lemon addresses our digestive function. Okay, it helps with GABA, so anti-anxiety hormone, a neurotransmitter, and it actually helps uplift our mood. It is a natural antidepressant. So these are the beautiful ways, so simply, that we can utilize our oils. Let's go to the next one. We'll leave the big ones for last. We've done that. Let's go tea tree. Now, tea tree, again, an oil that is quite specific for chest, for immunity. It is antifungal in its nature. It is great for skin health. Any reactions that are specific, again, around food and allergy responses, I would love to use some tea tree, some lavender, some frankincense together. That little combo is called owie. So beautiful. We're not only getting the beautiful calming skin oils and the anti-inflammatory, but we're also getting the ability to, again, calm stress. We've talked about lavender with calming stress. We've talked about frankincense with the way it calms stress. Our tea tree is very specific for personal boundaries and protection. So that allows us to feel safe within our own skin. So again, it will help to calm us down. Our tea tree and our oregano work very, very specifically for any hard-hitting conditions that we need to, how do I say, I've been so uncompliant, everyone, so let's just I'm speaking very out of school, everyone, and we may even need to do this webinar again. I just remembered that I possibly needed to be a little bit more compliant. But do you know what? All of these oils are TGA approved. So what I am actually saying is correct. So when we are looking at multiple threats to our system, so for example, multiple antibiotic use, and nothing seems to be working, the powerhouse of oregano and tea tree together really help with cutting through the biofilm and actually having the ability to kill the organism that is actually causing stress. They are very specific for any overloaded gut and digestive system. When we need a big cleanse, they are the ones that we would choose. Oregano is very good for sorting emotions as well. So high levels of frustration, I would certainly diffuse your oregano, use it in your cooking, or a very little bit in a lot of oil. It is great for circulation, great for pain. So we know too, if we're in a pain response, whether it's an emotional pain response or a physical pain response, it decreases our resilience to infection, but it also increases stress levels and causes lack of sleep, lack of focus, all of those things that are detrimental to us being at our best. So with our oregano, it's an oil that you use on occasions only. And that would be something simply that you would look at with regards to your nutritional coach with what is going on with guts. And On Guard. Let's look at the beautiful On Guard, which is oil pretty much of the last 2 years. On Guard is really specific for protection, emotional protection, physical protection, immune protection. This oil is so specific that it's sold out March, April, May last year globally. But it's an incredible oil, and it sold out because of its protective capacity. But the oils in here are very specific for post-traumatic stress as well, which is quite incredible. So when you are protecting your immunity, you are also guarding and protecting your emotions from the past and allowing you to stand very clearly and calmly in present day. Very great at reducing high levels of cortisol, and certainly specific for any, in fact, very specific against strep. So if we're finding for our children or even ourselves, if we have allergies and some of our behaviors and stresses are heightened around infection, this is where we can use our On Guard with ease. I love On Guard in my cleaning products. I love On Guard in cooking. On Guard with easy air in our diffusers whenever we're feeling that we are under physical threat, as in infections. That would be the start point here. I also love those 2 oils in a diffuser for our emotions and calming and processing of a hard day. In cooking, On Guard, when we're feeling specifically that children have come home and their mood's low, they're lethargic, they may be feeling like they have picked up something. The easiest thing I do is do a lemon chicken, and I will add the fresh lemon, and then I will add a drop of lemon oil, or I will do like a honey soy chicken. We may not use soy in this case, but your aminos. And I would use my On Guard in there. It gives it a nice master stock Asian-y warming flavor, but it's also great for getting in there, getting into the gut and helping with immunity, helping with serotonin, helping with our brain function as well. I think I've covered Ice Blue. We talked a little bit about Ice Blue before, that I use it on the soles of my feet when I'm doing my legs up the wall. Ice Blue is an incredible oil for deep relaxation, for when your body is throwing up any high inflammation, and particularly in joints. So if we're in pain, we have a higher stress response, we have lower immunity, and we are in that cycle. We can't sleep. So Ice Blue is a lovely one that I use on a day-to-day basis for me to address any inflammation that I am holding in my system. And I certainly know when I am stressed and stretched, I feel my pain even more in my joints. So I love my Ice Blue with my frankincense and with my lavender as a topical application prior to moving. We know if we are feeling comfortable and more relaxed in our body and in our muscles, we move better. We know the benefits. Kris has mentioned the benefits of exercise to mood. We talked about breathing, so use your oils pre-exercise. Also use them post. I love them for any chest congestion. I love Ice Blue. We've seen it work with very heavy congested allergic responses in chests. We've also seen Ice Blue help put our partners to sleep. Ice Blue is one of those oils that men relate to very well. It's great for snoring. It actually, because it relaxes muscles, it actually relaxes mind as well. So girls, we tend to go for more florals of an evening to help us sleep. Ice Blue is certainly something, if you find that the men in our lives, John, if you don't sleep well, for example, Ice Blue is something to put neck and shoulders at night. It helps open sinuses as well, and works incredibly for calming. Is there anything I haven't covered, Kris?
Sorry, just unmuting. No, and you can tell Jackie's a master of speaking compliantly. So we can allude to many things. So no, Jackie, you're just such a wealth of knowledge, and I just think you described it beautifully, how, you know, we can use them systemically, and they're all, you know, they're all working with each other on all those interconnected things that we spoke about in gut, brain, sleep, cortisol, exercise, mood, all of it. So it all needs to be addressed. And as we said, it needs to be simple. It needs to be affordable. You know, you can't be all day using, you know, 50 different products and mixing things up and all the rest. You need to be able to grab something and have it work in. And I think that's why we got so excited about the oils, because it's you know, as nutrition coaches, it's almost impossible, even if someone's eating perfectly, to have them be able to relax and sleep by eating the right thing for dinner. But we could do that with an oil. And, you know, and same with the tummy pain, you know, yes, it's a long-term thing on fixing the gut, but to have some digestion on there and suddenly there's no tummy pain, or there's no, or somebody, you know, a little kid's gone to the toilet that hasn't gone to the toilet for a month, you know, just with some oil on, because we work with lots of kids with constipation and tummy pain issues. So yeah, and thank you, Jackie. I think you know, did a beautiful job of just showing us how multitasking these are, and as we said, from the youngest up to the oldest. So it's we just have them in our handbag all the time. I give so many away when you know, you're out somewhere and someone's feeling something physically or emotionally, and they, you know, it's like, here, have this now. Oh wow. So that's why we love the oils, and we can talk about them for days.
Absolutely. And look, for our kids with sensitivities, always going low risk is so important. Low risk. Let's try low risk first, because we know the implications, and we know that sometimes we've had very limited success with some of the high risk options that may have been first choice because of we were in emergency situations and at our wits' end. To be able to help our body work through that and come back more to nature and low risk and balance and homeostasis is something that these powerful, because they're just plant pharmacology. That is what they are. And as a nurse, that's what excited me so much about doTERRA's oils it was literally, it's chemistry in a bottle. It really is. It's magic. It's absolute magic. So again, we talk about ease. We have in these bottles here and the little ones, this is the oil neat. Okay, so that's 250 drops of oil in this one, and there's about 89 drops of oil in the 5 ml. And then we have what's called the roller bottle, which is already, the touch is already diluted by doTERRA. So I think if I can just share this, and you might be able, I don't know whether I'm on the right track or not, Kris. I think for very sensitive children in particular, possibly the touch is the way to start first, and start slow and little, and then build up to probably the neat and making your own roller bottles after that point. But I think this is the most incredibly safe option as a start point. So, and
also the ones that are just very easy to have in your handbag and in your glove box and everywhere. So they're always with you. Yeah,
absolutely.
Perfect. Well, Sonia is going to be sending you details of her course and all the other amazing stuff that is going to go alongside the course. The oils are a component of that. And obviously we will be supporting Sonia and supporting all of you who want to dive into this oily journey. We have amazing support team. We have doctors, we have nurses, we have naturopaths, we've got chiropractors, we've got such a wide range of health practitioners who are so knowledgeable about the oils and that we can draw upon. And we just love supporting people with them because we just get so excited about the stories and, you know, like getting the text that like, I can't believe 2 drops of oil and my 8-year-old slept for the first time. Like, I just can't believe that 2 drops could do that. And I mean, you know, sometimes we get a bit blasé because we get those stories all the time, but like, that's why we get so excited, because you know, they're real and they happen. And it's just so wonderful to be so empowered. And as you say, with these natural, low risk, potent, amazing little bottles that are going to work on the whole and bring together, you know, for maximum wellness and wholeness. You know, we work on all components and they all fit together then and give you that beautiful outcome. So thank you so much for joining us. I don't think there's any questions. Thank you, Jackie. Again, your beautiful wisdom and your science brain. I always learn something new from you every time I hear from you. So thank you for that. And Sonia will be in touch with you. And thank you again, Sonia, for having us as part of your course and allowing us to get excited and share our passion with you. So we will sign off now. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you again. Thanks. Bye.